Quarterback news.
Got a big quarterback.
Yeah.
Although, again, the reaction to it is just so stupid.
Are you talking about the NFL one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start there then.
Yeah.
So Daniel Jones got the Colts job.
Yes. And why are people, national pundits that actually do this for a living, that cover the NFL, why are people surprised by this?
Who's surprised?
Well, I've seen so many people, that national, people that cover the NFL that are perplexed by this.
I'll take a stab at that. Maybe it's just because where does Daniel Jones get you? Just play the rookie. You drafted him. If he's healthy, play him.
You realize that you have a GM and a head coach that are probably going to get fired. And so why would you play a guy that you feel is a worse option that is going to get you fired? Whether you like Daniel Jones or not, and believe me,
I don't.
No one really does. But Daniel Jones has won games in the NFL. Daniel Jones has won playoff games in the NFL.
Well, I was just taking a stab at your question, and I think that's it. I think it's just look, dude, Daniel Jones is not, you're not, you may win a couple more games, you're probably still getting fired.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones can get you fired just as easily as Anthony Richardson. Well, you might as well see what you have.
But again, the idea, and I was listening to several NFL shows today when I was driving in. I was just flipping around the dial, and people were acting like Anthony Richardson has done something. Do you realize that since Anthony Richardson came into the league, there have been 55 quarterbacks that have at least 175 attempts the last 2 years? Okay, so there's 55 quarterbacks. Would you care to guess where Anthony Richardson ranks?
Last.
Yes. 55 in accuracy, 55 in completion rate. Hey, get this one. 50 out of 55 in touchdown to interception ratio.
Is Daniel Jones on the list, though?
Yeah, Daniel Jones
is
he's in the 30s. So
out of 55, you said?
Yeah, he's in the 30s, depending on which. So it's not great.
Who else is down there?
I'd
Watson.
I'll have to pull up the list of the last 2 years. And you can go down if it's just every metric that you want to talk about, from depth of where you're throwing the ball, check down Charlie, to sacks that are attributed to the quarterback. There's just nothing that Anthony Richardson has done.
What's the stat?
Well, this one was, let me pull it up here. 55 quarterbacks have thrown at least 175 attempts in the last 2 years. And he just went through, this was Warren Sharp that had it. He had all of the metrics for Anthony Richardson, and Richardson is in 50 or below in basically every meaningful category that there is in the NFL. It's just,
but again,
he has literally done nothing.
Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to answer your question. And I think it's that, hey, has he had enough reps? Just put him out there. Daniel Jones sucks.
Yeah.
And just see it through. I think that's maybe it. That would be the only argument, is see it through.
And I'd get it. If you have someone that can do that and wait for Anthony Richardson to bomb out. But again, you have a GM and a coach that are trying not to get fired.
Well,
and if you can ham and egg your way with a run game like what they did in New York and Daniel Jones, that's what you have to do. Oh, and by the way, Anthony Richardson never stays healthy. I do not understand.
Isn't he hurt right now?
Yeah, he got hurt, but he's okay. He took one in the chops because he can't redirect his O-line coverage.
They needed a brick right there.
And he got smacked right in the face, and he dislocated his finger, but he's fine. But we do this with quarterbacks because of where they're drafted. Again, I go back to draft bias. We did this with Justin Fields. We do it with Anthony Richardson. We do it with Johnny Manziel. We do it with all these guys that if we draft someone in the first round, we act like these coaches are crazy by saying, hey, dude, you're not good enough to play. Zach Wilson is terrible. He's awful. No one's like, well, you didn't see enough of it. It's just, there comes a point in time where, and they're not saying that he could never be good. They're not saying that somewhere down the road, look, Daniel Jones probably at some point this year stinks and Anthony Richardson will get another crack. But for these ESPN and NFL Network talking heads to act as if Anthony Richardson has done anything, and I mean anything, to warrant winning the starting job. He had one preseason game and he was terrible and got hurt. And then the next one, I think he was 6 of 11. You can go on and on. Warren Sharp on passes 7+ yards downfield, right? That travel more than 7 yards. NFL average 57%, right? Anthony Richardson, 38%. He is the worst thrower of the football in the NFL by any metric. And when he runs, he gets hurt.
But also fast, big arm.
Yeah. You see that one throw, though?
It's just
last year? Hey, if you can't beat out Daniel Jones, I mean,
right.
I don't know what to tell
Thank you.
But,
Daniel Jones.
but at the same time, I was just, well, the elephant in the room, too, is that he's a black quarterback.
And
That's part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That is part of it.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's
some of the media wants, like, they dislike criticism of black quarterbacks.
Yes. And there just isn't a case that you can make for Anthony Richardson being the starting quarterback other than what Daniel Jones is, and there's a belief that Anthony Richardson, if just given the opportunity, will turn into something magical, and he has shown you none of that, and you have a staff that is going to get fired unless they find a way to win 9 to 10 games, and Anthony Richardson has done nothing to show you can do that. And trust me, I don't like Daniel Jones, but Brian Daboll took that quarterback in Daniel Jones and he ham and egged his way with Daniel Jones running the ball and not turning it over and not getting hurt. And they went to the playoffs and they won a game. And that's what's happening in Indianapolis is they're like, dude, we need to find a way to save our jobs. And if we can manufacture something here and play good defense and run the ball and Daniel Jones doesn't turn it over, which good luck with that, maybe we can find something, as opposed to putting the guy in that up until this point has been an abject dumpster fire when he plays. But that narrative somehow escapes us, and now we have to act as if the Colts are doing something horrible to Anthony Richardson. Now, you can make the argument they screwed it up by playing him too early, because they said when they drafted him, this guy's a project player, and you talk about this all the time. We draft a kid, and we're like, hey, he's not ready to play, he's a project, and then like a week later, we're like, well, throw him to the Wolves. So you can argue that the Colts ruined him, sure, that they played him too soon, but if they did that, then aren't they doing the right thing by him by saying, dude, sit down, take a breath, learn how to play the position, and then maybe you can have a career resurgence somewhere down the line?
It could be, too, that the team doesn't like Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Because remember the whole thing where he pulled himself out of the game last year?
Yes.
Or was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years. Or I remember
That's what that drop is from.
Yeah. Need a breather right there.
Yeah.
But because
They needed a brick right there.
or who's their coach?
Shane Steichen?
Steichen. Yeah, he came out and I was reading what he said about naming Daniel Jones the starter.
Yeah.
And he said,
Daniel Jones.
well, I can just see the veteran presence and the guys really rallied around him, which may be code for the guys are split on Anthony Richardson and I can't have
Well,
that.
when it's funny because when you read and hear stuff that the Colts players are saying, I thought they would rally around the athletic young guy. And they're actually very, like, there's plenty of quotes from Colts players saying kind of what Steichen was saying of how easily Daniel Jones has fit in and guys are rallying around him. And again, if guys are rallying around Daniel Jones, I don't know how much of that is a rally around Daniel Jones as opposed to we know what this is over here and we can't have this.
Well, as easy as it is to beat out Daniel Jones, or as easy as it should be to beat out Daniel Jones,
yeah,
it's probably easier to beat out Anthony Richardson. So it would have said something even worse about Daniel Jones had he not beaten out Anthony Richardson.
That is some sort of weird chicken and the egg thing, but that is such a brilliant take. As easy as it is to beat out Daniel Jones, and it's even easier to beat out Anthony Richardson.
Even Daniel Jones can do it.
Who's their third quarterback?
I think the Quinn Ewers is there.
Oh, that's right.
No, Quinn Ewers is
No, he's in Miami, right?
I thought Quinn...
he's in Miami. Come on, man. You watch preseason like I do?
I do watch preseason. Who is the Colts' third-string quarterback?
Ellinger.
Oh,
Is it?
Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard.
Yeah.
And then your boy,
I had my...
Jason Bean.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I had
Ooh.
my crappy good college quarterbacks mixed up because both Quinn Ewers and Riley
All right.
Leonard aren't any good.
Well, that's enough Colts talk, okay?
Hot Colt stock.
I think they're going to finish last in that division.
It's not going to be good. I mean, look, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I'm just saying, Daniel Jones can run, and that he's won games in this league, And that's why they're doing this. But they have to win a very specific way, and that is run the ball, play defense,
Ugh.
and
Jonathan Taylor hurt in 3, 2, and 1.
yes.